Fox Field in Landover, Maryland. For you here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. And they will the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner and #1 overall pick from Oklahoma. It's Sam Bradford.
And Sam Bradford, he has touch and accuracy, and he has it in bushels. This guy is amazing. If you watch him throw 7-on-7 or watch him throw routes versus air, the ball hardly ever hits the ground. He's absolutely a receiver's dream when going out for a pass.
False start, offense. Still first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And there's your standard issue draw play. I like it a lot better when it's actually been set up.
They run it again with Hill. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He lost 2 there. And it's third down.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Off the play fake, Bradford. And he's got Lockett. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
So the offense has it first and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Holding, offense. The penalty is declined.
Now a second down throw for Bradford. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play long, and once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
There goes Jeremy Hill. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jeremy Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue, explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by one of the more mobile quarterbacks in the league, and that's Tyrod Taylor.
7-6 as a first-time starter in 2015. He did a really nice job taking care of the football. 20 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions.
first carry now. This is Johnson. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
He's got the rookie first-rounder, Corey Coleman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Let's go!
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. Stays on his feet. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Now Taylor. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And the big tight end shifting around. Time running out here on the play clock. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground.
Very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. And Matthews has it right side. A gain of 32 that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Off the play fake, Bradford. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Do you get the sense, Brandon, that people are trying to retire Antonio Gates? They keep thinking this is almost the end of the line, and then he keeps making catches like the one we just saw there.
He's the old reliable, you're right, just one of 9 players in the NFL with 100 or more touchdowns. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And here are the defensive starters, and their coordinator is hoping that they have short-term memories from last week.
A very tough week indeed, Brandon. All they want to do now is be solid right out of the gate. No big plays given up early.
6 yards to go here on second down. Second down, Bradford. Caught by Gates, left side. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On second down, Hill. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. On third down, Bradford underneath to Spiller. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up fourth down. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving.
This is intercepted. Picked off by the former first round. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick-6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. He's got time. Caught Eifert over the middle. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Taylor. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 16 on the pickup. And the Redskins are going to get a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Now Taylor on first down. Late. And he's brought down.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. 10-yard penalty there on first down, so now 1st and 20.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Here we go.
Again, it's Taylor. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
4 down, 4 down. Here we go.
To throw again is Taylor. Screen play, Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Black round. Come on, let's go.
Taylor will throw again. He finds Coleman. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Let's go.
Here's a give to Whitlock, the fullback. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to
Taylor hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sharif Floyd continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. Bradford from the gun on 3rd down. They got a man. It's Woods. A gain of 13 and also a first down. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Now Hill. And a nifty little deep juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Again, it's Hill. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That, quite simply, is Jeremy Hill. A very powerful, compact back.
He's always been that, even back at LSU. That's where he honed that skill, right?
Love to run between the tackles and take the contact as well as dish it out.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here we go with 2nd and 7. Hill, the lone setback. On play action, Bradford under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Darren Lee, the rookie from Ohio State, in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust it?
And you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So on 4th down, the Eagles will call on the left foot of Donnie Jones to punt it away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, and they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and this will be caught at the 30. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 47 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Taylor to throw. This will be caught at about the 3.
Eat all of that.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. David Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. And he'll bang that one through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Washington defense getting ready. They'll be hoping to come up with that same type of effort they had last time when they forced the punt that led to a touchdown.
And that type of effort just continues to carry over, because once you get it done once, you feel like you can do it again and again. It's no guarantee, but you got to like the confidence that they take back out into the field.
Now will they keep that confidence? Time to find out.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Surveying the field. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I can just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does the defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way. I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to batter it away.
To throw is Bradford, finding time. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Matthews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now Taylor on first down. Taylor hit. He lost the football. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. 2nd down here. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, Taylor. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Play action, now Taylor. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Returnable for Lockett. Look at the spin.
Balance.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Bradford on second down. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A first down throw for Bradford. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Off the play fake, Bradford. And Woods has it complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this is no good. Close, but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. He's got time in the pocket. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Second down following the incompletion. Final play of the half. It's Taylor. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th. And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he's got room. And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And it'll be first down Washington.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half. And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Forced out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Washington. Washington. Sterling Shepard, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball's out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
They'll come out in the pistol. They begin the drive with Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down. Third down now following the run. On third down, Bradford. And got a man. It's Woods. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now carry number 20 here for Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Bradford from the gun on third down. He's got time. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 11. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So they need to determine if that need... Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Taylor on first down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll be first down Redskins.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Dancing to his left. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Taylor will throw again. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. So with the yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Here's Taylor, escaping the pressure right. Give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up third and goal.
Now you understand why part of Tyrod Taylor's nickname is mobile. He led the AFC quarterbacks in rushing in 2015, and anyone who thought that he couldn't beat him with his legs, they found out differently.
Let's go!
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. David Johnson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jeremy Hill now gearing up to go again as he marches back onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. So a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Bradford. Gates has it over the middle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. They come up in an offset eye. Now a play fake here on first down. Caught by Gates, left side. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down. Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Bradford now. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford has lost it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give him 9 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And as our graphic shows, sort of back to his old form, you requested a meeting with a tight end coach this week. What came from that?
Yeah, that's not normal, because we usually talk to the offensive coordinator, defense coordinator. It's pretty simple stuff, but you're talking about a former tight end now coaching, who's been to Pro Bowls and understood what it takes to get things done and get them done better. He's had bad games and had to bounce back. So I just asked him, what kind of advice did you give him? What do you do with him? He just told me, relax. He's one of the best in the game. Let's go play. And it's worked out pretty well in this one. If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot drag.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Now Taylor. Caught. Eifert over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. He finds Coleman. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now Taylor on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Here's Johnson. And room there to work it inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Really tough drive, but that run help salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. You got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe to be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. This time, Taylor will throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over. And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, here's Taylor, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. Third down here. Offense has been out there a while. This is their 14th play in this series. Now it looks like they might be expecting a pass, an extra DB in on third and goal.
That's how the game has changed. Now we think pass first, even in goal line situations.
Dumping it off for Johnson. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal.
Well, you know me pretty well now. You know what I want to do after that completed pass. Fourth down by 3. What do I want to do here?
You want to go for it. You might be tempted. I think they need to kick it.
Yeah, someone might have to overrule me. Get the kicker out there, tie this game up.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
False start, offense. Still first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 3rd down, here's Hill. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Hill. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They go play action. Now Bradford surveying the field. Airing it out deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by T.J. Green, the rookie safety. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They come up in an offset eye. A first down carry here for Johnson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Brandon Carr there to make the stop.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On second down, Taylor. Henry's got it out on the left side. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
They give to Johnson going right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
The play clock's running down. Now a handoff. Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now Taylor. Underneath for Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Tyler Eifert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are going to take the lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. On 3rd down, Bradford. Right side catch. This is Gates. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their final stages. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. They go to Johnson again. And he'll get this. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
An expecting pass. Taylor will throw. Flushed out right. It's caught. Shepard. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup. And the Redskins are going to get a 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Let's go.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down. Here we go.
Taylor to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Well, I know.